It's your girl BinkiBianca back with some more blog talk. And today we're going to be talking about Jess Hilarious and Corey Holcomb, but really it's more like Jess Hilarious versus Loren Lorosa and the rest of the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne and DJ Envy. But this was all kicked off because Corey Holcomb made some comments on the 5150 show last Tuesday regarding Jess Hilarious and her seemingly being replaced by Loren Lorosa, and Loren doing a great job with her segment on the Breakfast Club nowadays. Now, like I said, Corey said this stuff on his show last week, but for some reason, his comments are going viral today regarding Jess Hilarious and this whole situation. And because it's being posted on all the blogs, because one blog posted, they all just follow each other, like they're not really original anymore. So they're all posting it, and this has been being commented on all day and getting picked up. And so I guess that put Jess in her feelings, and Jess came online and she said how she was feeling. So first, let's hear what Corey had to say that jumped this whole thing off. Take a listen.
And now I heard about her up at the Breakfast Club.
She done got it to
Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
She got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented.
Been saying that for a while.
She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah, she has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Loren. That girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlamagne and the other guy, DJ Envy. It's like it's seamless when she there.
Right.
It's the talent. The talent shows out. And then Jess Hilarious ain't even reading right. And now she had a job where all she had to do was deliver the news. She had a segment on the Breakfast Club. The other girl who has experience and talent at this job took her segment. Right. Not because she tried to, it's just you saw somebody who's talented. And then you see, read that, Jess Hilarious.
And she stood in for her when she took off maternity leave.
When she stood in for... Jess Hilarious, you should have had your baby on camera at the Breakfast Club.
Stupid.
Because they brought in somebody who is talented. And you could say I'm dissing, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to act like I'm hating. I'm not hating. You don't got the it. Your segment could have been good if you knew how to deliver it right. But now they got somebody doing your segment better than you, and it's just flawless. It's effortless. And the girl tried to be your friend, and everybody could see you ain't trying to be her friend.
The audio yesterday. And then, hold up, be quiet. How everybody a real estate agent? How everybody?
Because a lot of the wags do that.
Rihanna for a long time.
And her outfit mattered.
No, listen, hush. This is not a Travis. No, Loren. No. Just listen. Just please hush. This is not a Taylor Swift football game situation.
So I want to say to old girl Loren, I hope that you get the job, and I hope Jess Hilarious has to open up a OnlyFans with that bionic body that she bought through robbing the people, perpetrating talent.
Okay. All right. So there you have it. I apologize. I'm trying to get over this flu that I had last week. So I apologize. I'm really trying hard not to cough in the mic. But listen, Corey is a fool, okay? One thing about Corey, he's an asshole and he's funny as hell, okay? And I definitely was laughing when he was imitating Jess, and her reading abilities on the show. Everybody can't read live on the air. It does take some skill. But listen, before we get into my commentary, let's hear what Jess hopped on her Instagram live and had to say today. Take a listen.
She started doing the news. I'm like, all right, look, that's our segment. Take me off that shit. Y'all give her that shit. Take me off that shit. This is her segment now. This is no longer Jess with the mess. Got dark fats as a mother. Okay. I said, take me off that shit. This is no longer my segment. I said it. Take me off of that. Give it to her. Give it to her. Charlamagne said, nah, I don't want it to be her segment. It damn near sure is already. Like it's her segment. She's reading it and she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. That's why I picked her. Y'all need to understand something. I'm never hating on Shorty. I already told her. I tell her every day. I tell her she's pretty every day. I tell her every day. I big up this woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to fucking hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay. Got it. It's her segment. I went to the person who does the intros, the sounds and shit. I went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Loren her intro. Take Jess with the mess, all that shit. She says, things can't just change like that. Why the fuck not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else, and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy ass don't know nothing. Jess with the Mess is not at Breakfast Club. I'm Jess Hilarious up here. Fuck, I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the Mess is not being done. Loren Lorosa is doing the shit. We supposed to be a team up that bitch. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when I'm, not one motherfucker ever with this online shit. Like, why the fuck should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'ma play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. How about y'all clear some of this shit up for y'all teammate? This shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High. Before Mr. Clark, though. Like when he first got there. Y'all want a bitch to keep her cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every fucking day. Every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. I have more fun outside the fucking studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy? The nigga Corey, that nigga ain't saying nothing that ain't nobody else saying. It's just that he don't like me. He already don't like me. So it's like, all right, he gonna pack it on. Y'all, them niggas let her have a failed date with Jess, because I done had a failed date with his ass. Trust and believe that nigga still hurt. Still hurt that I wouldn't accept his apology. Still hurt. That's on him. Still hurt. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's alright. He'll be alright. You know what I mean? But I don't care. Y'all gonna hear me. I don't do that. The problem is communication. Yeah. It been that. You rich Jess, who cares? Nigga, I care. I still care. Because it's still about policy and protocol and it's principles to this shit. Nigga, like, nah. The shit that Corey said, it's been said. It's been being said. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. So, like, I'm not gonna be quiet and shit. Nah, I'll be at work tomorrow. And if a bitch badge don't work, Sayonara. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is.
Okay, so we just heard from Jess herself, you know, what her feelings were about everything, or feelings are, excuse me, about everything that's going on behind the scenes at the Breakfast Club. Clearly, she's just as confused as the audience is, which is crazy to me. Like, how are you under contract on a show, one of the named hosts of the show, and you're not even being talked to about the direction of the show? I'd be pissed too. I'm keeping it real. I would be pissed too. Like, I'm not even mad that she took it to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Just with the mess is messy, clearly. And she doesn't have that media training shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like how Cardi B was, right? When Cardi B first came out and, you know, hit the music scene or whatever the way she did, you know, she didn't play them PR games. Oh, I care about my image, so, you know, I'm just gonna be quiet. And no, Cardi B said to hell with that and shit. You know, if something on her mind, she's gonna come out and let it be known. And she's gonna say what's on her mind, and you're gonna hear it and you're gonna feel it. And that's basically how Jess is. Like, Envy and Charlamagne and even Loren, right? Like, they're different. They are definitely more traditional people when it comes to that. Charlamagne and Envy are old school radio people. They have come up through that system. There's a certain way you move in that system. Loren, you know, she worked at TMZ before. She went to school. You know, she is a journalist for real. So there's just a certain way that she moves as well. But we'll see. I mean, one thing we do know is everybody going to be tuned into the Breakfast Club tomorrow trying to see what the hell going to happen, what's going to go on. Because now we want to know, is Jess fired now for coming out and blasting everything that's going on? Are they going to just have a, you know, therapy session, you know, on the show live tomorrow? Like, is it going to be awkward? Is it going to be weird? I mean, what is it going to be like? Everybody's going to be wondering, you know? And I saw that she didn't really take like what Corey had to say. She wasn't really mad about what Corey had to say. But they've been going back and forth for years. I'm not even getting into that. But, you know, she throws jabs at him. He started the shit with her for sure over probably about 10 years ago at this point. But, you know, she throws her jabs at him as well. But she's like, whatever. He's saying what everybody's saying. So, you know, at least she's, what do you say? Like, aware. You know, she's self-aware. She understands, like, this is not Corey picking on me. This is just like Corey observing what everybody's observing. Her own friends and family are probably asking her, what's going on? This girl that took your job, saying the same things that Corey is saying. So I think that's why she'd even get mad at him. But Corey is a fool. Corey is funny as hell. When he was imitating her reading, I was losing it here. But anyway, for her to say that the Breakfast Club is run like high school, that was funny too, because not only did she say high school, she said Fair East Side High to be exact. And she said before Mr. Clark got there. That had me rolling. But see, I find her funny. You know what I mean? Jess Hilarious is funny to me. And she does bring a lot to the show. I was liking when they used to do little like skits on the show, and it was almost like an episode of the Office, like the way they would do the skits. And I know that was her because that's the kind of stuff she did on Instagram anyway before she was on the show. And I'm like, they need to do more of those. And definitely, if they're able to piece this whole situation up, they got to do one of those episodes around this whole situation, because this shit is ghetto. But I'm enjoying it. I can't lie. I done got up off my flu bed to hook up my mic and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I love a good nosy story. You know what I mean? This is interesting. But the problem definitely is communication, like she said. You have to communicate to people. She's under contract. She's one of the named hosts of the show. Why does she not know that we're going from 3 to 4? Like, come on. You know what I mean? And let me say this. She also said she name-checked Angela Yee and gave her some props on the shady side. But what she said was Angela Yee stayed with that show for 13 years. She don't know how she did it. That's what she said. She don't know how Angela Yee stayed with that show for for 13 years. Okay. And she was like, you know, she ain't crazy how people try to make her out to be this, that, and the third. And that just goes to show Angela Yee's even like professionalism and everything, because I know for a fact, I can tell. I mean, we all could tell. There was days she couldn't stand Charlamagne for sure. She was cooler with Envy because they had some business ventures together, and she was cool with Envy's wife. They used to hang out and stuff like that. But Charlamagne, you know, he would let people disrespect her, and he wouldn't stand up for her. And, you know, that would bother her, and she thought they were friends. And, you know, like he let Gucci Mane, you know, call her a bitch and all kind of shit on his YouTube channel, on Charlamagne's YouTube channel. And he didn't like, you know, stop that or try to slow that down or say anything in her defense. And that bothered her and that hurt her. And I think at that time, they had been on for about maybe 11 years. So it was close to the end when that happened. And I think that was just like the final straw for her. And I remember that because they unfollowed each other on Instagram, everything. And she was going on. And Charlamagne's excuse for that was, well, nobody ever comes to my defense. And granted, Charlamagne, more than any of them, has been, you know, thrown under the bus online, you know, dragged online for 30 days and 30 nights, more than any of them up there, because he was the most polarizing figure. You know, he's had some serious allegations in his past. And other things would be going on. And it's like, it's not like Angela Yee ever got on Instagram, you know, or Twitter and said, don't talk about Charlamagne like that. He's a great guy. She never did that shit. And Envy with his scary ass, he definitely never did that. So I do understand Charlamagne doing that. But the only, or feeling that way, but the only thing to me that bothered me about that is that I had watched Charlamagne on interviews, like with 85 South and other people, where they're talking about a woman and they're like talking about women and they say bitch, and Charlamagne will stop them mid-sentence and be like, we don't call women bitches no more, you know, like we need to grow out of that, like it's disrespectful, and they just talking a hypothetical bitch. So you got Gucci Mane in your face talking about your co-host and co-worker, and at one point your friend, and you just let him talk about her like that. Like, I understand why that would bother Yee, and I can understand why that would be a final straw. And, you know, as women, we always want to feel protected. And it's like and especially like when you get around a group of dudes and you feel like these are my guys, and I will protect you, because as women, a lot of times we are naturally lioness type people. Like, get behind me. If they got something to say about you, they got to come through me. A lot of women, especially black women, that is how we are with our guys, you know? So when they just let the goofy shit happen to us and they don't have our back, it does feel away. You know what I mean? It does feel away. I'll be honest, and I get that. And let me say this, because I could come from a certain perspective. You know, I am on a podcast called the 3Gs Podcast with AP, Pac G, and Black GMS, you know, and we record live every Wednesday night on the 3Gs YouTube channel. But that show, I'm more of like the Jess Hilarious in that situation than the Angela Yee, because the show started off as AP, Pac G, and one of their homies that they grew up with. Okay, like childhood friends. And there was a blow up there. Okay, we're not gonna get into that. And then the homie Black GMS was tapped to join the podcast years ago. You know what I mean? So it was less than a year into the podcast. And when that happened, and GMS was there. So GMS been there pretty much since the beginning. You know what I mean? And so the three of them, Pac G, AP, and Black GMS, kept 3Gs going for a long time. I was in the background as a producer, you know, and partner of the show, and helping them develop ideas and figure out what we're gonna do and try to, like, you know, expose the show more and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we would kick it, you know, backstage talking shit, but I wasn't ever having any intention of being like an on-air personality. This is their show, you know, and I was asked to join the show a few times, and I said no, because was nervous about that. Like, it's scary when you are being put into a situation where it's already running well. People, the three of them already have on-air chemistry that works. They kick it. The audience loves it. They know what to expect. So then be put into that and feel like, oh, I'm going to be the thing that throws this shit off because the people they're not coming to see you, Otis. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt. But I was encouraged. No. You're good. Like, we want you. Come do this shit. And I will say, to this day, I mean, AP, like, damn near every week is like, you rocking this shit. Like, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for everything you do. He say it on the show. He say it backstage, and he also says, listen, ain't nobody else could do this but you. He knows, listen, they are not easy. Like, I love them to death, but it's not easy. You know what I mean? Of a thing to do. It's not just about looking good. It's not even just about knowing what's going on in the world. It's paying attention to the cues, understanding the flow, you know what I mean? Knowing when to let shit just go, or knowing when, okay, no, this is time for a debate right now. And we never take anything personal. It's like when the show cuts off and we done, even if we just got finished yelling at each other, debating whatever, we be laughing our ass off backstage because it's like, it just be funny. It'd be so stupid. Like, it's not that serious. We know how to shake the shit off. But everybody can't do that. So, I appreciate getting that feedback and getting that love of like, nah, no other woman could do this show with us. You're it. Like, you're the one, because this is your shit just as much as it is ours. And I am told that all the time. And GMS and Packy also, again, give that love. But I get the apprehension kind of, on Jess's part when things are feeling weird and changing, or even coming into something that's already successful and that was built, at least on the surface, without you. It's different. You know what I mean? It's different. But we're going to see like how this whole thing pans out. I really have a feeling they're going to be able to work through this stuff, and it won't be the last blow up, but maybe this is just, the Breakfast Club is like new age reality TV, for people. And we'll see if it'll continue or not. I wonder if Loren will hop online tonight, or is she going to save it for the show tomorrow? I mean, we going to find out. I'm sure Corey's going to talk about it some more on the 5150 show tonight. But anyway, I talked a lot about the 3Gs podcast. So make sure you tune into us over there. Subscribe to us. YouTube be hating, but subscribe to us. It's a special show. It's dope. We have a good time over there. Like I said, we tape Wednesday nights live at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern. I will link that below. Let me know what you think. Do you still watch The Breakfast Club? Were you seeing this coming? This tension between Loren and Jess? Do you think Loren's doing a good job? Is Jess messing up? Or whatever you think, I want to hear from you. So let me know down below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.